Hello. So today's topic is about the future of travel, uh, especially in the post-coronavirus world. Post means after coronavirus. Um, I started thinking about this because yesterday, I found out that the swimming pool where my daughters learned to swim went bankrupt. It was a private swimming pool, bankrupt, lost all its money as a result of the coronavirus because um, children, mothers don't want their children going into a swimming pool and perhaps catching coronavirus. So it's just easier to just cancel swimming lessons as a luxury so they don't need it. And me, myself, I stopped swimming. I used to go swimming, I liked it. But the swimming itself is okay. It's just having a shower and sharing a bath with a bunch of strangers and breathing the air in a sweaty, hot uh, um, bathroom wasn't a good idea. So I quit swimming. So I think that's been copied throughout. Anyway, I don't want to talk about the leisure industry, but that went out of business, which surprised me. Perhaps I wouldn't have predicted that the swimming pools would go out of business. A more serious threat, I would think, would be to the travel business. I don't have any special knowledge of travel business, except as soon as the coronavirus became known in March, we had to cancel our trip, a planned trip, study tour of London with 6 students, because we couldn't be sure we could get back into Japan. Um, anyway, so yeah, that's the thing. With travel, it's kind of a luxury. So uh, when times are difficult, we tend to cut back on luxury. So also, a few days ago, the European Union, the EU, lifted travel restrictions. Now, see over here, I've put place or lift. You place a travel restriction, you make it so that you cannot travel. Japan placed travel restrictions. You cannot leave the country or come back if you're a foreigner. I can't leave the country. If I do, they won't let me back in. So I kind of have to stay in Japan. That's okay at the moment because I don't need to go back to England. But if something happened to my family, my father, um, something like that, that would be bad. I wouldn't be able to go back. Or if I did, I might not be able to come back to Japan, where my house and my family is, and my job. These are travel restrictions, a ban. You cannot travel. But anyway, the EU lifted travel restrictions. So if you're in Japan, you can fly to the European Union. I don't know about England now they've left the EU. And I think they're hoping that Japan will let people from the EU come to Japan. So maybe travel will start again. It's interesting because globalization is maybe under threat. Globalization, this is where the world, the globe, is connected. And, globalization is the fact that I'm wearing a t shirt made in Vietnam, and maybe I have customers that I could be doing business with customers around the world. This is a global world. It makes you realize that globalization is built on cheap air travel. You can fly between places quickly and easily. Right now, you cannot. A lot of long haul flights have been affected. Long haul means a long distance. A long haul flight would be traveling from Tokyo to London. That's 12 hours, or Tokyo to Los Angeles over the Pacific. What is that, about 8, 9, 10 hours? Maybe about the same. Those are long haul flights. There are a few available, but very, very few. It used to be so many and so easy to get, and fairly cheap because we were all sitting. You have a plane with 300 people sitting in it next to each other. Now with coronavirus, is it okay to sit next to somebody, even if you're wearing a mask? You're breathing the same air that gets circulated around and around in the cabin, so you're breathing everybody's germs. I don't know. So at the moment, there are hardly any long haul flights. May change, but is that safe? And anyway, even if it is safe in the coronavirus world, we have to think about eco-friendly travel or green travel. In other words, we shouldn't be adding to global warming. If you're burning fuel in the sky, you make more pollution and you increase the heat of the world, and etc. Traveling by aeroplane is about the worst thing we can do for the planet. So is there a more eco-friendly way of traveling? Maybe we should walk or take a train. Can we do that? Okay, so these are the topics thinking about the future of travel. I've made 3 questions on here. Oh, look at this. Here we go. So here's 3 things to think about. Number 1, where would you like to go when the coronavirus is under control? I imagine coronavirus will be a problem. It might be for just a few more months, or it might be another year or 2 years. But eventually, I'm hoping coronavirus won't be a problem. Where would you like to go? For me, I think probably London, to see my family in England. Where would you like to go? Number 2, what's the best way to travel in the coronavirus world? This world that we have right now, we have to be very careful. But if you want to travel somewhere, what's the safest way to travel? By train? By car? Bicycle? I don't know. You tell me. Number 3, what do you think is the future of world travel? Is international travel a thing of the past? Is there a future for international travel? Can we just get on airplanes and fly? Can we get on ships and take cruises? The cruise ships started the whole pandemic, didn't they? The Diamond Princess, full of lots of rich old people eating buffet meals, passing disease around. We may have to rethink travel. How can we travel in the future? What's a better way than the way we do it now? Difficult questions. I'm curious to hear what you think. Okay, see you soon. Goodbye. Happy travels. Let me turn this off. How do you turn this off? Okay, here we go.